Real talk, nothing is going to help you win like winning. Let me explain, because I know nothing is going to help you win like winning sounds like some cookie fortune stuff, right? How do you actually make it tangible? How do you actually make it actionable? So here's what I mean. If you've ever had a point in your life, a time in your life when you're just constantly winning, you got one small win after another small win, a medium-sized wins, big wins, and it's just, life is good, man, right? Life's in the flow, right? You're in the pocket, you're in the zone. Energy, what's the law about energy? That things that are in motion tend to stay in motion, but things at rest tend to stay at rest. What we so often undervalue in life is momentum. And one of the things that I share with my guys who are specifically business owners and entrepreneurs is that momentum is the absolute lifeblood for you as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. But this is a universal principle that applies to everybody, not just business owners, not just entrepreneurs. You with me? Think about when you've been in momentum, you've been experiencing momentum. Everything's just firing on all cylinders, right? And then when you get stuck in a rut, when you might be down bad, when you might be up against the ropes, what do you not have? You don't have momentum, right? You with me? So nothing helps you to win like winning. Now, what do you do if you happen to find yourself in a rut, stuck in a rut, been in a rut for a long time? Like I said earlier, back up against the ropes, right? Maybe you're on your back foot, down bad. What do you do? And let's say that you've honestly been putting in effort, been putting in the work, but just it seems like for whatever karmic reason, life just keeps handing you your ass, one event or experience after another. What has worked for me and what I teach my guys in my entrepreneurship group and in my leadership group is, if you are constantly getting your butt handed to you, here's what you need to do. Rewire, briefly and temporarily, rewire how you measure winning so that you can actually start securing the feeling of a win daily, even hourly. What do I mean? Here's what I mean. Let's say you've had some goals for a while and you're not moving any closer to them, or even feel like you're getting pulled farther back from them, right? Which is obviously not a happy place to be in, right? You ain't feeling the momentum. You definitely aren't feeling the wins. What do? Write out a game plan, a plan of action that you're going to take, even if it's the next 3 to 4 steps and that's it. Write out a list of daily habits that you know you need to start doing, or bad habits you need to quit doing that you know are not serving your best self, not aligned with moving you closer to your goal. And then what I want you to do is I want you to start measuring success or failure based upon, did you stick to your plan for your to-do plan, your to-do list, your plan, and your daily structure plan. What I do is I literally write it out the night before or every morning on a piece of paper with little check boxes that I draw in. Meaning, how am I going to structure my day? What am I going to do when? What are the things I'm going to stay away from? What are the new habits I'm going to start? What effort am I going to put in? Regardless of whether I feel like I moved closer to the actual goal and the outcome and the result or not, what is the daily thing that I'm going to adhere to? What is the daily structure, the habits, and the decisions that I'm going to adhere to that I believe, based upon my current level of understanding, is aligned with moving me closer to my big goal, my big dream? And then when I'm in a rut, the way I start measuring success is, how many boxes did I check? Did I check all those boxes? And so for when you're in a rut, the one thing that you do have power over is your daily habits. You with me? Even if your bank account is low, even if your energy levels are low, even if you're just not mentally in a good place, emotionally, energetically, and so forth. You do have power over saying, okay, as an example, I'm going to cut out all junk food. I'm going to cut out all alcohol, and I'm going to start working out or lifting every day. And no matter how I feel, good effort, shitty effort, whatever, I'm going to put in 2 hours a day on this game plan. That's it. And that's your plan. And so what happens is then what you do is you change your perspective on, instead of measuring the win as, did I move closer to the goal? Now you measure winning by, did I stick to my plan? And when you see all those check marks on your daily list, what happens, you can say that, yes, today was a win. I had 7 wins, 7 small wins, 10 small wins, 20 wins, whatever your list is, right? And what happens is that you can say, you know what? Maybe the result and the outcome isn't here right now, today, in this moment, tangibly in my life. But I can say, honestly, looking myself in the mirror, in my own eyes, that I put in a solid day of alignment and congruence with moving myself closer to my goal and outcome. By recalibrating yourself to focus on daily plan, structure, habits, decisions, choices, you're able to literally start securing wins and the feeling of putting in a win every hour, right? Like, for example, I wake up and work out first thing every day. I'm doing it for like 684 days in a row now consecutively. That means so now not only is it a daily win, but every time I add another consecutive day, that just builds this compounding effect of a win for me, a win that I secure every single morning, every single day, regardless of where I'm at in my progression to my ideal outcome and goal in my life, right? When I stick to my work schedule, the effort that I plan to do, the things I said I was going to do, the things I said I wasn't going to do, right? And I stick to that, I get to immediately feel a sense of self-respect and a win. And what happens is that when you start stacking days together like that, I find that within 3 days of doing this, I truly start to feel a shift and a change in my energy. I feel an elevation in my overall mental state where I feel like I might be getting a little momentum. Within 7 to 10 days, when I stick to my plan without fail, within 7 to 10 days, I feel that momentum coming back. I feel that winner's effect coming back, because what's happening is that I'm stacking small wins every day. I'm stacking one winning day on top of another. And what happens is that starts to transform my energy. And then that infuses into everything around me. How I show up for phone calls, how I show up with people, how I show up for the work I got to do, how I process the bullshit negativity and feelings and emotions that might come up. Does that make sense? You with me? So nothing affects and impacts you being able to win like winning. And if you're down bad, if you're getting your butt handed to, if you're up against the ropes, recalibrate how you measure the win, how you measure winning, from moving closer to the goal to measuring your congruence and alignment with your plan of action and with good habits and with good decisions that you know are aligned with moving you closer to your goal. And by doing that, you're able to put one foot in front of the other, and ultimately you will find yourself to start to move closer to your ideal outcome and goal very quickly. Look, every big goal was accomplished one small start at a time, one small step at a time, right? You want incredible physique? It's going to be a lot of gym sessions. It's going to be a lot of right decisions in what to eat, what not to eat, right? It's going to be a lot of understanding and study of nutrition and what you need. You want to build a business, right? It's going to be a lot of hours, days, and weeks put in of grinding it out, doing the work, learning from mistakes, etc., etc., etc. So remember this. Nothing affects your ability to win like winning. And if you've not been winning for any length of time, if you've been in a rut, what you need to do is you need to, again, shift your focus. And what I'll say in closing is this: get fucking aggressive about going after that daily list of congruence and alignment. Like, really get aggressive about it. Truly, have it written out, have it in your bathroom waiting for you every morning, and say, this is the day that I'm creating, and I'm gonna do this shit. I'm shipping this day. I'm making this happen. No matter what, this I got control over. Have that kind of aggressive attitude, because what you're doing is you're showing up for yourself. You with me? You're showing up for yourself, and you're effecting your will into the day. You stack enough days like that, and you will be surprised and amazed at how quickly the feeling of winning and of being a winner starts to show up in your life. And then you start to knock down the dominoes of the milestones you need to hit that then show you, yeah, I am moving closer to my goals, my ideal outcomes, getting the results I want. And once that winning effect takes over, you start riding that wave of momentum. And while riding that wave of momentum, keep the daily congruence locked in. A lot of times when we start winning with results, we suddenly stop doing the daily shit that we were doing that got us there, and we're back in that repeat cycle where we're down bad and in a rut. Stick to the basics that got you the momentum, and you'll start taking quantum leaps in no time. That's why you see these corny posts on Instagram saying, disappear for 6 months, fall back, lock in, show up for yourself, do what you got to do, and you'll be amazed at where you're at. That shit's actually true. It really is. So, nothing impacts winning like winning. Recalibrate how you measure the wins to being aligned with and congruent with the daily structure, habits, decisions that you know will move you closer to your ideal outcome. Get aggressive about them in a positive sense. Just get really locked in and dialed in about them. Make it happen. Watch how fast you start winning.